Hang on. Hang on. Boom. Yeah! Hello. So, what I was just saying is, hello. It is definitely Sunday. It is definitely 11 o'clock. It is definitely not Thursday. And I definitely did not miss this stream before, right? I'm here. You're here. Everyone's here. It's definitely Sunday. And I've definitely got a working microphone now. Ricky KV says you're muted. No, you're muted. Yeah? Shout out to you, Ricky. By the way, thank you for letting me know. Yes. Look.
Ricky KV is a legend.
Right?
They donated £2 via a super chat. You're muted.
Thank you, Ricky. So let's put all this behind us. It's hard to know who to blame for any of this. I don't know if it's your fault that this stream was missed on Sunday. I don't know if it was your fault that my mic was just muted. I don't know. I don't know. There's a lot of confusion out there as to who to blame. I'm going to say let's put it to one side. I think we should all be bigger people on this subject. I think we should all recognize that mistakes happen. I think that it's a big learning experience for you. And I just hope that you're stronger and better because of this, right? So here we are. Definitely Sunday. Definitely 11 o'clock here in the UK. 6 o'clock Eastern, yeah? And we're definitely about to do a Royal Rumble stream. So this is a nice little thing, isn't it? Yeah, right? We're all having a nice time. Let's not ruin that. We're all friends. We're all going to do this. We're going to watch this show, and we're going to enjoy it as well, right? We're going to have a lovely time. Do you know why? Because it's not Raw, yeah? It's Royal Rumble 2001. It was booked very well. Good booking. Some good matches. So there's lots to look forward to, okay? If you have been sat there since Sunday with Royal Rumble 2001 on your screen, just going, when is he going to start this? Part of me wants to apologize, but part of me just wants you to get help, to be honest. I think a bigger part of me wants you to get help. So, again, hard to know who to blame. Hard to know who to blame. Alex says, enjoy the show. Enjoy the show. That's nice, Alex. We are going to. It's been a long road, but we're finally here. So we are going to enjoy the show. I hope everyone is well. Days is the best colour commentator ever. Wes, shout out to you, sir. Do you know what's so strange? It's so strange when we do these watch-alongs on a Thursday, because we do the members-only stream just before. And
Alex Bloomfield is a legend. They donated £5 via a super chat. Enjoy the show, everyone.
Enjoy the show, everyone. Yeah, there's like only so many people that are on there, and then you come on here and there's like tons of people everywhere dripping from the rafters. So shout out to all of you, you rafter drippers. Try and find Royal Rumble 2001 then. I'm sure a lot of you have already done that. I did say try and find it before the stream started. I, of course, did not take my own advice. So I'm just doing that right now. So we should be good to go pretty soon.
Austin316 is a legend.
What does he
They
want?
donated $2 via a super chat. Wow, Days. You're actually awake this time.
Brilliant. Thanks. Thanks, Austin. Thanks for that, mate. You know I'm awake. You've just been on the members stream, right? So you know that I'm awake. Don't make this out as if you didn't know I was here. I've literally just done an hour-long stream and you was on it, right? So, flippity-doodah. I'm looking forward to watching Royal Rumble 2001 on the WWE Network, says Hayden. Hayden, I'm also looking forward to you and I watching Royal Rumble 2001 on the WWE Network. Shout out to you. Hello to Sapphire. Hope you are well. I'm good. We in this place in a lockdown. 2 people tested positive, but I'm negative. That's good, David. Shout out to you, sir. Kieran Walker, shout out to you. About 5 minutes. 5 minutes and we will start. In fact, I've got 5 minutes on screen by absolute chance. So I'll do a little countdown to when we're going to start. How about that? That looks like it was there for a reason and it really wasn't. It's only on that because that's how long a UFC round is. And so I think that's why it was 5 minutes. But I I should have just not said anything. And you lot would have thought for once I was organised. Evening, David P85. Hope you are well. Alex says, I got my DVD ready on the go. I'm not going to play it on the network. Oh, look at you. Look at you with your futuristic technology. DVD. Don't know what that is. Am I the only one that missed the members only stream? Oh, Monica. It was so good, honestly. We spent a good 40-odd minutes talking about your relationship with Michael Cole. So, you go back and check it out. Go back and check it out. We've come to some big conclusions. Big conclusions. We've already figured out what the kids are going to be called. Tom Phillips. Days, I'm not going to talk on this stream because I'm tired. Okay, I might do the same. And I can't be bothered. So I'm going to sit back, relax, and watch like the Days on my phone. Days, what is your favourite Rumble ever? We spoke about this the other day. Probably 92 or I do like 2000. And I do think that 2001 was a very good year. So I am looking forward to this. Genuinely looking forward to this. Ricky KV, shout out to you, my friend. Hope you are well. Not only have you sent through some really good advice, letting me know that I was muted, you've now joined the channel. So shout out to you, sir. Hang on, let me pause this because I'm racing ahead here. This show's on for 2 hours 50. So, nice length. Nice length. Luke's World. Hello, my friend. Hope you are well. I can't wait for her to read that out. That'll be good. Get the voiceover woman going with a little bit of Reza. If WWE can't have too many people to you see them having a 2-night one. What?
Luke's World is a legend. They donated £1.99 via a super chat. Hey yo Chico, say hello to the bad guy.
Oh, that was rubbish. Hey yo Chico, say hello to the bad guy. Oh, she could have put a bit of enthusiasm into it. Hopefully one day we get voiceover people that do that. That really, do you know what I mean? When you put like song lyrics, they actually sing it. Why have we not got that technology? I feel like that would be... If you put the lyrics to like YMCA... Why does the voiceover woman not... Why does the music not come in? Young man, there's no need to feel down. I said, young man. Could you imagine that? That'd be good. That's the future. If you want to know what the future is, I feel like that. It's good to have achievable goals, and I feel like for mankind, I mean... We put a man on the moon in the 60s. I feel like we can work this out. So that would be the next step for the voiceover woman. But what she should do is if you actually put in something like that Razor Ramon line there, she should go, hey, yo, chico, say hello to the bad guy. She should at least put a little bit in. I didn't go full Razor. I don't want you to think that's my proper impression. It isn't. Do not judge me on that. Right? That was me trying to show you that just even with a little bit of attitude, with the attitude dial turned up just a couple of notches, you can achieve so much more. Because she let us down there. Hey, yo, Chico, say hello to the bad guy. Get out of here. It's as if she's never seen wrestling. And if she's never seen wrestling, I don't know why she's on this channel. Days, you are nailing that clock tonight. Yes! Yes, BP! Thank you, my friend. Well, you can see that the countdown clock is actually only 20 seconds away. You see how I'm able to end a conversation right at the moment where the clock is about to end. Coincidence? I don't think so. I think I'm just really good at this. So, here we go then. Are we ready? Everyone in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right? Press play, everyone. Press
Crash
play.
is a legend. They donated $2 via a super chat. Will this stream stay up?
Will the stream stay up? Of course it will. I gave it Viagra. Right. We've got our little intro bit underway. Daze, maybe you should record yourself singing and then you could be the voiceover. Why would I need to record myself? Why don't I just go back to reading the messages? Like, we're already there. We're definitely already at the level where we can do that. Right, we are up and running. Let's go. Are you skipping the intro? Nah. It's all part of it, isn't it? It's all part of it. Let's not skip the intro. That's not what we do. We don't do that on this channel. You need skipping intro days. That's not me. So right now we've got cool little intro. This was the first show, I think I'm right in saying, to come from New Orleans. I don't think we'd been here before. And there was a few records set during tonight's show. Obviously, we'll talk about that as the show progresses. Bourbon Street. Is it Bourbon Street? What's the sponsor? Oh, they're just advertising New Orleans. Okay. I haven't seen the show in years. Maybe. No, I've definitely seen it since it aired. But it's not a show that I've gone back to. Or it's not a show that I own, if I'm being perfectly honest. Look at all the signs. Look at all the people. Crazy camera work as well, going up and down. Welcome, everyone. Look at these scenes. Oh, do you remember that world? Do you remember that world that we used to live in? Chyna. Sign. New York, WWF New York, which was the restaurant in Times Square. Rick sucks. No social distancing. Look at them signs. Look at them signs. Someone had like Triple H. Someone had the game and they had actually drawn them. And they looked awesome. Now, got some pyro. So, kicking off with the Dudley boys. Right, I haven't actually got the card written down in front of me. And we need to have a look, see what Meltzer's scored them, don't we? Whew! We're up and running. I love these Sunday streams. Can I just say that? Sunday is the best. Ding, ding, ding. Worth mentioning as well, obviously for those that haven't kind of put everything together or thought about it, this is the Royal Rumble just before WrestleMania 17. So WrestleMania 17, widely regarded as the greatest WrestleMania of all time. This is the Royal Rumble leading to that. So gives you a good idea of, you know, how vibrant, how great the product was at this time. I mean, it was so good around this time. And here comes Edge and Christian. So we're starting off with the Dudley boys against Edge and Christian. Or Christian and Edge, as Fink just announced it. Kieran said, what do you think will happen on Raw? Raw tomorrow. SmackDown tomorrow. What do I think will happen on SmackDown tomorrow? Some wrestling. Tend to get some good, not joking, tend to get some good wrestling on SmackDown. They tend to give, you know, some matches some time. Obviously, we'll get some more on the Roman story with Adam Pearce. So, yeah, I think the great thing about it being 2 hours is I don't expect loads from SmackDown. I just expect what we get to be told really well. So... Right, this is for the tag titles, and Edge and Christian have come in as champions. Gaming in Real Time says, Days, we should do a WrestleMania 17 stream closer to WrestleMania. We've done it. We've done it, bud. That ship has sailed. So, I know it's not the same, is it, to go back and watch the old streams. I do understand.
Gaming in real time is a legend. They donated $2 New Zealand via a super chat. Days we should do a WM17 stream closer to WM.
Days, do you know that the thumbnail is Masvidal and Diaz? Better not be. No, it isn't. Is it? You've got me questioning that now. It better not. I tell you, if you are lying to me, there will be a price to pay. Let me tell you. There will be a price to pay. Let me have a look. No, it's Royal Rumble on mine. Have you refreshed it? Is anyone else seeing that? Because honestly, the stream could be set based on that. I tend to just copy old settings rather than like create new streams every time. I just use old streams and base it on that. So it could be based on that. But no, the thumbnail I've got is Royal Rumble. BMF. Fallen King says it is. Is anyone, what, can everyone tell me what thumbnail you're seeing? Because I'm seeing Royal Rumble. Have you thought about doing old UFC shows? I have, actually. But well, let's leave it at that. Yes, I have thought about doing that. I was, but not anymore. I can see it. It's like that for me as well. It is Masvidal thumbnail heel in Denmark. I see it as Royal Rumble. It's Royal Rumble. Oh my God, everyone's seeing it different. Everyone, I see Rumble. I see Rumble. I'm seeing Matt. Oh no, what's going on? Oh, the thumbnail's turned heel. The thumbnail has turned heel. Oh no. Well, if this is like a crazy new flaw, then that means that new streams I'll just have to set up from scratch, but that always takes longer. It's just so much easier to just copy the same settings and just change the thumbnail, change title, blah, blah, blah. Well, I'm seeing Rumble. I'm just throwing it out there. And can I just say, nearly 8 minutes in, I'm doing an awful job of this watch-along. I've literally told you nothing. Right, we've got Christian in there with Devon. So there we go. That's done. Done that now. It was UFC for me, but now it's Royal Rumble. Under my subscription, I see Royal Rumble, but on other tabs, I see UFC. How strange. How strange. I've got a screenshot showing you that it's UFC. Oh, brilliant. Brilliant. So... This is just a cursed stream, isn't it? It's just an absolutely cursed stream. So now people are going to be like, he said he was going to do the Royal Rumble. He was meant to do the Rumble on Sunday. And now he's not. Now he's doing some UFC show. Where does this guy get off? First he lets me down by not being here. And now he does a completely different show. I hate him. I hate him. That's what's going to happen. This is doing my reputation no good whatsoever. I mean, come on. What reputation? Let's be honest. What reputation? It's in the toilet anyway. It's not a problem. Edge is in there. He's got a headlock right now on Devon. Masvidal and Diaz are the main event of this pay-per-view. Crazy. I now see UFC. Brilliant. Days, I sent you a picture of what I'm seeing. I can picture it. I know. I did the thumbnail. I know what the thumbnail looks like. In my head, I can see it, but there's nothing I can do. Like it's showing as Royal Rumble. The thumbnail is Royal Rumble. I could try and change it again. Change it to what it's already showing that it is for me, but I tell you, well, sometimes you just think, why bother? Don't you? Sometimes in life, you just think, why bother? Why do I bother? I could be having a cup of tea right now. I don't want one. Do I? No. I don't even think I've got the thumbnail on this computer, have I? Oh, God. Why is it all so hard? I don't think I have. Okay. Right, Edge and Christian tagging each other in. And in control. Devon still hasn't been able to make the tag yet to Bubba. So it's looking good for the champions at the moment. Although saying that, Edge just got slingshotted into Christian roll-up by Devon. It's good to see two proper tag teams, isn't it? You don't see that in this day and age. You don't see that in the current world that we live in with WWE. Devon, again, trying to reach over, trying to make that tag. Okay, well, I've resaved the thumbnail. Devon made the tag, but the ref didn't see it. So he's still not allowing Bubba in. They've got chairs, Edge and Christian. Devon ducks down underneath. They both hit each other. Devon double clothesline. Edge and Christian go down. This is a good way to start the show, isn't it? Like, good tag match. Two really great teams. David Paul.
David Paul is a legend. They donated $5 via a super chat. We're watching the UFC PPVs before them. Adding rules will be weird for people who don't know about that.
Yeah. It could be very interesting. And then talking about the fighters and, you know, obviously we can talk about what they went on to achieve, the impact they had at the time. I can see value in doing old UFC watch-alongs. I could see that being interesting. But let's try and get through this one first, shall we? Right now, let's just be pleased this one's happening. What's that? Devon comes crashing down. Dudleys are in control. Going to get the tables. Tables underneath the ring. Devon, get the tables. Days, the UFC fans might join, and you know what they like when they are angry. I love our UFC community. I think the UFC community that we've got is a great, vibrant community. There's a lot of crossover with the wrestling community, actually. There's a lot of people that join us on both. I went for a 3D, couldn't get it. 1, 2. Kick out by, but this is a really good match. What did Meltzer give this? Let's have a look. Let's see what the big Meltzer baby gave this one. Dave Meltzer Rumble. Oh, now Edge and Christian are going for it.
David Paul is a legend. They donated $5 via a super chat. Fun fact for people who don't know, the Dudley gimmick was created in ECW by Raven.
There's the 3D. 1, 2, 3. Do you know, fun fact, first time the tag titles had ever changed hands at the Royal Rumble. Right there. Never changed hands before. I think the women's ones had. There used to be women's ones. Jumping Bomb Angels. They're not dead. I just love them. So, Jumping Bomb Angels back in 88, 89? 88. And, yeah, this is the first time the tag titles change hands. Right, we've got Meltzer's score. Meltzer gave that 2 3/4. Get out of here, Meltzer! Ugh, stupid Meltzer with your Meltzer face. Stupid Meltzer face. 2 3/4. That was a 3. At least. I thought that was good. I thought that was good. I'm sorry if you don't agree. I thought that was good. I enjoyed it. I'd give that more than 2 3/4. I don't know how much more. My network is buffering. Oh. Days, are you watching Hard to Kill on Saturday? No, my friend. I am watching UFC. Days, how many days of Walter become NXT UK champ? It's over 600. We were just talking about that, actually, on the other stream. Let me have a look. Walter championship reign. NXT UK. What are we at? What are we at, Walter? Okay, so good first match to get things started off with. 648 days. Pete Dunne was 685. Walter is 648. So Walter is getting very close to Pete Dunne's record. And then he'll become the all-time. I mean, granted, there's only been 3. How great is that? This title came into existence on the 15th of January, 2017. We're sat here in 2021. There's been 3 champions. 3 championship reigns. It's brilliant. It's exactly how belts should be booked. They should be booked this way. Lovely, long, meaningful title reigns. Great matches. Great title defenses. Brilliant. We got Vince backstage with Monica King's favorite. Is this the style that you like, Monica? Is this when he was at his beefiest? Is this the phase that you like from Michael Cole? Look at the highlighted tips. Look at the facial hair. Look at the strong grip. Incredible. Michael Cole. The man's man. Triple H is taking on Kurt Angle. There's Steph. Walter's chest slaps. Brutal, aren't they? Brutal. Triple H wants to know that Steph isn't going to interfere in the match. Days, admit it, you've got a soft spot for Eva Marie. No. Michael Cole was sexy, let's be honest. Rumble fact, Vince and Stone Cold are the only winners that didn't get a title shot. No, that's not true. What about Big John Studd? Or Hacksaw Jim Duggan? I don't think they didn't get the title shot thing didn't come in until like 93. Cause I think before then you didn't get title shots if you won the Rumble. 92 the winner got the belt. And then before that title shots weren't a thing if you won the Rumble. We got Drew. Is this Drew Carey? I think that's who he is. Oh, I heard you're a ladies man. Here we go. He's like, yeah, I am, yeah. I'm going to take you to see Trish Stratus. Steph's taking Drew Carey to Trish's locker room. We've got the APA protection. This is cool. We got the APA playing cards, drinking a few beers. The winner of the 2021 Royal Rumble will be, well, I think either Edge or Daniel Bryan. But I don't think I've successfully predicted the winner any year ever. So, Days, have you found your Macho Sandy 8? I haven't. I feel like that is a very realistic. Oh, hang on. No, that's. I haven't. I'll have a look for it. Days, snog, marry, avoid Michael Cole, Vince McMahon, Drew Carey. Snog 'em all, mate. Snog 'em all. I don't want to get married to any of them. I don't want to get tied down. Chris Benoit against Chris Jericho. Intercontinental Championship ladder match coming up next. Versus Chris Jericho. It's a problem watching Benoit matches because of everything that happened. It doesn't feel awkward to watch them. Well, I mean it does, but I don't feel awkward right now, like that this is on. I mean I can watch it and appreciate it for what it was at the time, but it doesn't have the same impact anymore, does it? I can't be alone in that. I can tell you though that at the time, this next match gets 4 3/4 stars. 4 3/4 stars for this next match from Dave Meltzer. That is New Japan levels, right? So clearly he's not going to give it 5. He's not going to give it 5. Wasn't in the Tokyo Dome, so he's not giving it 5. But it's 4 3/4 stars, which is stunning. Stunningly high. That has got to make it one of the highest rated WWE matches ever. Didn't Undertaker versus Shawn only get 4 3/4? I think he's saying this next match is as good as Undertaker versus Shawn Michaels WrestleMania 25. The countdown clock as well. This is so much better than Judas, by the way. So, I mean, like, it's not even comparable. The walls down. So good. This is such a great theme. Break the walls down. Fun fact, Batista is the only man to win from the same position more than once. Benoit versus Jericho, those were the matches you wanted to see at the time before Benoit's problems. 2 of the best in-ring performers of all time. Days, first you fell asleep during this stream. Second, you try this stream, you mess up the thumbnail. You're bad at this, aren't you? Ha ha. Yes. Yeah, I think we know each other well enough now to know that, yes, I am bad at this. Days, I'm late. How many matches have there been? This is the second match. We started off with a very good tag match. A lot of fun. Meltzer gave it 2 3/4, and we all scoffed at that. I did. I'll admit, I was a scoffer. And now we've got Benoit against Jericho, and this apparently is an excellent match. I am distracted because I really do want to find that San Diego Comic-Con Macho Man, because I did kind of promise that I would. And I would like to be known as a man of my word. I do aim for that. I just don't know. Oh, it's here? Hang on. Where is... I don't know where the hat is. Give me a second. Give me a sec. Hang on. Talk amongst yourselves. Lost the hat. I don't know where the hat is. It's down there somewhere. So there is the Macho Man that was requested. I don't even know why I'm showing it. Someone wanted to see it. That is the Slim Jim Macho Man, which is really cool. And that's what he looks like without his hat on, in case you wanted to know. So, little Slim Jims. Snap into it. Snap into a Slim... Aren't these little Slim... that has got to be the weirdest and coolest Mattel accessory ever. Look at these little Slim Jims. Little Slim Jims. Snap into a Slim Jim. So there we go. It is really cool. A lot of people reckon that was the best figure from... Was it last year? I think it was last year, wasn't it? It's certainly up there. And, oh, you should see it when it's got its hat on. Wonderful. Really completes the outfit. But I don't know where... Oh, I don't know where that is. The Lost Buck. The Lost Buck, yes. Macho Buck. Macho Buck. You almost saw secrets then. Look at that. Secrets. See, oh, that's where I keep all my secrets back there. That's where the bodies are. Right, we've got Benoit on the outside. Jericho down outside the ring as well. There's no need to be down because this was a very well-received match. Days, do you like Slim Jims? We don't have them. I think we have something similar, which is like a pepperoni. I don't know if you have them. I think that's what we have. They're like meat sticks.
Darkseid is a legend.
I'm guessing
they donated $5 via a super chat. R.I.P. Macho Man Randy Savage.
Yeah. Shout out to you, Darkseid. Yeah, what a loss. Obviously, it's not something that gets spoke about that much, is it? The fact that he passed away in a car accident. I mean, obviously his in-ring career was done, but I wonder if they ever would have got to the point where they... Could you imagine if they did a special Macho Man Raw and they had him come back? That would have been incredible. I mean, you kind of feel like they were starting to get somewhere because he'd just signed the contract to do the Mattel figures and they'd been round his house to do the scans and everything to make the figures. And I don't think it was too long after that he sadly passed away. So I don't know where we would have got to. I don't know, you know, could we have got to the point where WWE brought him back in for Raw, brought him back in for something? A Macho Man tribute show where he walks out at the end, steps into the ring one more time. I mean, look, Warrior came back. It's such a shame we never got that with Macho. Such a shame. Jericho with the ladder drives it into Benoit's head. Benoit goes down. Days, the FBI are watching you. You can't just say that's where the bodies are like that. Well, it's actually all part of the plan. It helps with the views. If you say things like that, then obviously the FBI tune in, and it's just really good for watch time and all that kind of stuff. So I do like to say that just once in a while. Not every stream, but it does just give the channel a little bit of a boost. So... Hello, FBI. There's probably other things you should be doing right now. Right, we've got ladders in the corner. Jericho going over, grabbing Benoit. Days, do you think any refs should be in the Hall of Fame? Yeah. I think there should be someone that's kind of a non-wrestler that goes in every year. Because you can't tell me that there's people that work in marketing or work behind the scenes that don't deserve to go into the Hall of Fame. They absolutely do. And I think there's, you know, imagine if Pat Patterson hadn't ever been a wrestler and he'd been a big part of that. Oh, that is incredible. Hadn't been a wrestler and he'd just been behind the scenes. There's people like that in that company. Look at Kevin Dunn. Kevin Dunn, for example, he has worked on the shows since like late 80s, I think it is. So he's been there like 30 odd years. He's a big reason WWE is as successful as what it is, and whatever you think about him and think about the product, you've got to say that his contribution warrants him going into the Hall of Fame. No doubt about that. No doubt about that. He warrants going into the Hall of Fame. But seemingly he never will unless he has a match, which is very weird. So I kind of feel that like refs and backstage personnel, there should be, even if it's just one employee like that goes in each year. It's probably like cameramen that have been there for like 40 years and stuff like this that you just don't know about. Can I just say that that spot was crazy? I can't remember this match. Oh, Jericho on a ladder tries to ride it into Benoit. Benoit moves out the way. Benoit just went hard to the outside. If you are watching this with us, then you are seeing a very special match already. It's got a lovely pace. Lovely pace. Benoit smashing the end of that ladder into Jericho's face. Oh. And then Benoit suicide dive Jericho with a chair. And Benoit has got a chair and he's smashing Jericho across the back. Benoit in blue. I mean, it is incredible. Shoulder tackle. Jericho goes down. Benoit grabbing the ladder. Days, I predict that Chris will win this. MLW doing some incredible stuff, yes. I have got to get into the habit of having streams set up in time. I'm so used to like having dinner and then like setting up the stream and it being there or thereabouts by the time we start. But as you just saw with the start of this one, the microphone wasn't quite right. There's always little things like that, but I've got to get into the habit of being set up on a Wednesday, because I really want to just sit down and watch MLW as well. I had it on in the background. It looked awesome. Benoit has picked up Jericho. They're both back into the ring. Benoit goes into the ladder. Of course, we've got the Royal Rumble match coming up soon. I say soon. We've got championship match before that. We've got Kurt Angle against Triple H. And then we've got the Rumble. Just the one Rumble as well, because, of course, in 2001, women didn't count. They were seen as lesser. So they didn't deserve a Rumble. There was a lot of fear that if you gave women a Rumble, they wouldn't know what to do. And they would get too emotional. So we didn't trust them to have their own Rumble in 2001. Thankfully, they've got one now. And they obviously smash it out of the park. But not in 2001. It was a different world, guys. It was a different world. Days, did you see that Jay White got removed from New Japan's roster page? Oh. I will go on a reckoning if he turns up in WWE. I put up a post saying if he comes to WWE, they'll have an incredible year. That's all I said. And the amount of New Japan fans that just jumped onto that post. Oh, you WWE marks. You all think the same. You think the world revolves around WWE. Don't you know it's storyline? Are you that stupid? If he turns up in WWE now, it'll be the first thing I do. Go back to them people. Ah! Just tag the picture. I'll just get a perfect image of him walking out at the Rumble. Just share that around. Days, I was that person who asked to see the Macho figure. Match of the James. I'm glad I could make your dreams come true. Oh, Benoit into the edge of the ladder. Stone Cold posted a nice tribute picture of him and Chyna today. I reckon if you have been in WWE or more, legend, even if you don't have to be active for 20 years. Wow. And just big spots. What's great about this match? It's got such a fast pace, and it's just got constant big moments. They are being very brutal with this ladder and what they're doing. Jericho actually using the ropes to flip the ladder up. Oh, and again, did he just drop kick the ladder? This is a great match. This is like an absolute lost classic. I mean, there's good reasons for that. Benoit down. Jericho setting up the ladder. Middle of the ring. This is for the Intercontinental Championship. Jericho climbing up. You don't tend to see ladder matches for like the WWE or Universal, do you? It's always the Intercontinental. The Intercontinental is just synonymous with ladder matches, isn't it? Jericho getting dumped to the outside. Jericho without his love handles. Yes, this is a much smaller Jericho. A streamlined Jericho. Look at that. Just dumped, literally just thrown over the top, but like dumped on his head. WWF.com on the side is a bit strange to see. Here we go. Look, Benoit climbing up that ladder. Jericho jumping in. Kick. Jericho goes down. Benoit is on top of the ladder. He's wrapped over the ladder. I remember this. It's a... Look at that. It's a modified walls. The only thing about that is it is a bit weird that Benoit has to hold Jericho's ankles for him, but Jericho almost reaching it. Benoit had fallen down after that, after having the walls applied over the top of the ladder. He goes down, but he's managed to push that ladder over. Again, like, so much is going on here. That's a good shot. Look at that camera right up by the IC belt that's dangling away, and Jericho gets one hand up, he paws at it, and then you see the ladder go. That's a really good shot. Really good, man. That was an awkward landing, says David P85. Zykomi says, do you remember Yoshitatsu? I do. Big strike with the ladder. Eric Defcon Prime
Eric Defcon Prime Dirigi is a legend. They donated $5 via a super chat. Da-ah-ah-zee miss me? This was the time period I tapered off watching wrestling for nearly 17 years. I was 22 at the time. Some fans my age moved on.
What, you left at this time? It's a strange time to go away. I'd say this is when WWE were at a real creative peak. I'm not a fan of the Attitude Era, and there's lots of the Attitude Era that I don't like. But I do think there was a lot of really good stuff going on around this time. I mean, like, obviously, as we said, you know, just a few months later, we get WrestleMania 17. So, a strange time to kind of walk away from it at this point. But that's interesting. Into the corner goes Jericho. Throws Benoit into the ladder goes down. I was just thinking, like, I feel like they had more stars at this time. I feel like they'd done a better job of building people up. I'm trying to think, who would you put in a ladder match now that could do this kind of a thing? I feel like they've got the talent. I mean, I feel like you could... I feel like Ricochet would be perfect in this kind of match, and I've got no idea why they've never done it. It's botched beyond belief, isn't it? Who would you put in there with him? Who would he go against? I feel like Ricochet should be in there. Maybe, could you imagine Ricochet Kushida? Ricochet versus Kushida. Down goes Jericho. Because I feel like you've got to have that aerial ability. You've got to be comfortable in the air. You've got to be agile and athletic to make a ladder match work. Benoit, right off the top, misses with the flying headbutt. Ricochet, Aleister Black would be perfect. Ricochet and Cedric, that would be good. Morrison and Ricochet, that would be good. Would it be the same level, though? They would be good, but would it be the same level as a Jericho Benoit? Benoit under the ladder, and he's managing to knock it over. Into that top rope goes Jericho. I'm starting to collect figures.
Eric Defcon Prime Dirigi is a legend. They donated $5 via a super chat. Post-invasion storyline higher power botch left me sour sad face true story. However, I was ending my wrestling watching old FMW DVDs. Miss Wise.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that. I do think that really what came after WrestleMania 17, I can understand being disappointing. 2001, with the invasion that failed. I do think they did some stuff to try and make the invasion interesting by adding ECW. I was kind of into that, but they just... It's difficult, isn't it? They tried to give the fans what the fans wanted, but they couldn't because they didn't have the stars that they wanted. So it's difficult. I don't know how they could have booked it better with the stars they had. Maybe you just shouldn't have done it and waited until you did get the stars that you should have, until you got the Hogans and the people along those lines. Jericho climbing up, reaching up. He's got one hand on the belt, two hands. Benoit outside the ring, and Jericho has retained. I can't remember if he was the champ actually coming into it. I've said retained. He is the champ anyway. Brilliant match. That is a brilliant match. He's new. So, new tag team champs, new Intercontinental champ as well. Where do you see Benoit in the invasion? Where was Benoit in the invasion? Wasn't he on Team WWE? But I don't. They were having to rely on the people they'd picked up from WCW that were all very like low names, Sean Stasiak kind of people, and they didn't have the Flairs, the Hogans, the Stings, the Nashes, the DDPs. They didn't have any of those, so they had to add in ECW talent. And then they had to even... That's why Austin, part of the Austin thing was that he aligned himself with WCW. They had to try and add some WWF stars into that invasion angle. And it just got met. It didn't work. It was awful. We got Drew Carey talking to Trish. Trish says that she's in a relationship. Here's Vince. Didn't you stream this in your sleep? Awkward. It's all a little bit awkward. Eric, shout out to you. Oh, do they? How about if tonight you participate in the Rumble? Drew says, I don't want to get hurt. I'm kind of torn on
Eric
this.
Defcon Prime Dirigi is a legend. They donated $5 via a super chat. Wrong side collectibles still owe me the free Milk Co-Mania incentive purchase from 2018.
That is crazy. Yeah, I'm really torn when it comes to like celebrities being in the Rumble because I don't like celebrity matches against real stars because I think that, do you know what I mean? If you had a celebrity that was in a football team, they'd get destroyed. If you had a celebrity take on Roger Federer, they'd get destroyed. Or Serena Williams, they'd get destroyed. Or stepped in against Khabib or Conor, they'd get destroyed. Or stepped into a boxing ring with Mayweather, they'd get destroyed. Yet for some reason, we're fine with them stepping into a wrestling ring and doing all right against wrestlers. It's like, no, they should be getting destroyed. They'd get destroyed in every other sport. So that's why I'm not a big fan of it. But with the Rumble, it's a little bit different because it's kind of just like trying to throw people over the top. There's not a great deal of skill involved in a Rumble, is there? It's just like every man for themselves, big melee, trying to get them over the top rope kind of a thing. I think if you're going to use a celebrity, Rumble's not the worst way to use them. We're backstage with Jericho, Michael Cole. Tonight I proved you wrong. Because there wasn't enough of the mobilized. Overwhelmed. Don't like celebrities in matches either. Like the Saturday Night Live guys at WrestleMania. Yeah, I agree. I think I do. I get why they're there, and I get that they bring eyes to the product, and I understand they help promote it. I get it, and I understand people like to see it.
Eric Defcon Prime Dirigi is a legend. They donated $2 via a super chat. My unpopular opinion to Battle Royal was awesome.
The WrestleMania 2 Battle Royal was awesome. I don't know if that's unpopular. I haven't really got an issue with that Battle Royal. As I said, you know, Battle Royals, there's not much skill involved in those. It's just get someone over the top rope. And where you've got NFL stars, honestly, that'd be an all right way to use Pat McCarthy, for example. He's a big guy. He's played football. Do you know what I mean? He certainly looks a decent size compared to some of the wrestlers that we've got right now. Put him in a battle royal. I can get that. I understand that. My problem comes, as I said, with why would you want to put someone like Pat McCarthy? Let's use that as the example because that's the recent one in a match with Adam Cole and make him look competitive when in any other sport that just would not happen. It just wouldn't happen. They wouldn't be competitive. I mean, I think we're all excited to see Logan Paul against Floyd Mayweather. I can't see Logan Paul being that competitive in that fight. Although, let's see. Maybe he's going to go in there and prove me wrong, but I'm feeling pretty confident about that. So that's always been my issue when it comes to like those kind of celebrity involvements. But yeah, battle royals and things, I suppose it's an exception because of the fact that there's not that much skill involved. Just try and throw them over the top, clothesline them, or try and pick them up, or try and get some help from some other wrestlers, or something along those lines. I don't know if I'd want to see them win, but I suppose I can see them being in it. I mean, could you imagine if Cardi B came out during the Rumble? Could you imagine that? Cardi B comes down in the Rumble. Lacey Evans is in the ring on her own, and Cardi B comes down. Now, in that situation, Lacey should be skilled enough to eliminate Cardi B. Even though there's not much skill involved, she should still be able to out-grapple her. This is the whole point of it. So she should be able to get takedowns, take her legs away, kind of wear her down, drop a few elbows, or get a few headlocks, or grind her down, or whatever. But what if there was a few other people that could help Cardi B eliminate? Again, I get it. I would get it. I would understand. Ivory making her way down. I love Ivory. Really underrated. Although saying that in the Hall of Fame. Joaquin, shout out to you.
Joaquin Uribe is a legend. They donated $4.99 via a super chat. We can at least say Pat had the best celebrity match.
I can't say that because I didn't watch it. Plus, I couldn't say that. I saw the Lawrence Taylor match wasn't bad for what it was, and that was the main event of WrestleMania. I mean, that upset me. I'm not gonna lie. Lawrence Taylor against Bam Bam Bigelow. I was really pleased that Bam Bam got to main event of WrestleMania. You'd think that's one of the only ways he's gonna do it, unless he was gonna face someone like Hogan or someone like that. But obviously they weren't really doing that. They didn't have anyone like that. So yeah, I wasn't a fan of that as a kid. I didn't even know who Lawrence Taylor was as a kid. That's the other thing as well with like NFL stars, is it doesn't really translate around the world. Maybe it would a little more now that NFL's a little more popular here. But I still don't know who these people are. I don't know who Pat McCarthy is. I don't know who Gronk is. I know who Chyna is, though, and she's made her way down. Spins Ivory around. Slams Ivory down. Into the corner. Static, is there? Has the microphone got a slight issue again? Best NFL linebacker ever. Who? Lawrence Taylor? I don't know why I said it like that. Lawrence Taylor. In the corner is Ivory. Nice forearm strikes by Chyna. Stomping away. Ivory down in the corner. Big smile on Chyna's face. Of course, these two would face again at WrestleMania. Big strike. Ivory gets dumped out the ring. I've never actually heard Ivory talk about this feud with Chyna. I'd love to know how she found it. You know, was Chyna a bit stiff? I've heard she was. Some of her striking was a little bit on point. They're in the crowd right now. Chyna chant. And Chyna picks up Ivory. Starts walking her back. That's cool, isn't it? That's cool. Dumps Ivory down at ringside. This was an underrated women's feud. Are you watching Hard to Kill? No. I can hear static. 7 Star says there's no static. I can't even check it out because I would check it out on my phone. I'll tell you what I'll do is I'll unplug it for a second because if there's some people saying they hear it, then it might fix it. Give me a sec. Is that any better? That seemed to fix it last time. I don't know what it is. I don't know why it's doing it. It's just a microphone that's plugged in. It shouldn't be doing that. There's nothing crazy on the settings or anything, so I don't know. Can't even get a thumbnail right, let alone a microphone. Look at that. Chyna collided into Ivory. She goes down. Do you think AEW should have something like a Rumble? They've got one, the Casino Battle Royal, but I don't believe they can do an actual Rumble. Ivory wins. Chyna's down after doing that cartwheel. And clearly in discomfort. So Jerry Lawler is going over to check on her. Days, Asuka really needs a hot feud. Yes. I says that she turns on Charlotte to avenge her defeat at WrestleMania 34. I think we are building to that. So they're checking on Chyna and checking on her neck. I can tell you that this match only went 3 minutes 32. Ivory managed to retain. As we said, they would face each other at WrestleMania. And this match ends up getting half a star. But interesting. Trying something different. Next up, we've got Kurt Angle taking on Triple H for the WWF World Heavyweight Championship. And then we've got the Rumble. So that's what we've got still to come. Those matches still on the way. The Royal Rumble and the Championship match. Owens versus Sami Zayn would be awesome. Charlotte Flair versus Ric Flair. The Casino Battle Royal was okay. The pay-per-view, it was on not. I passed out right before the main event. Shout out to you, Ace. Hope you are well. Days, you should watch some TNA pay-per-views. It's not really my thing, to be honest. R.I.P. Chyna. So, showing a replay. I'd argue WrestleMania 19 is the best Mania because of HBK, Y2J, Austin Rock, Kurt Rock, Hogan, Vince. It's a very good Mania. Very, very good Mania. I mean, I've certainly got it up there as one of the best ones, yeah. So I can understand your argument. Days, I ordered Roderick Strong Elite 72, Buddy Murphy Elite from the same series, Aleister Black Elite 73. They've already shipped. Very, very cool. Don't forget that Becky could be in the Women's Rumble. WWE in talks to get AJ. Not sure. I've not heard they're in talks to get AJ Lee. I should imagine those talks are going to go, AJ Lee, will you come and be in the Royal Rumble? And she says no. I can't see her doing it. So they're stretchering Chyna away. So Jerry Lawler saying that she was moving her eyes, she was trying to speak, but no words were coming out. I'm under the impression this is all like storyline. And she, as we said, she comes back at WrestleMania. Days, what's good? I'm not watching 2001. I just wanted to stop and say hello. Yeah, well, all good. I think there's just general relief, to be honest, that we're here and we're actually doing this. I think people are starting to come around to the idea that this is actually happening. Yeah, it's been a good show, man. It's been a good show. I think you always know when something's like real or when it's not. When they, like, obviously they're watching her getting put into the ambulance. Like, if this was all legit, they would kind of leave them to it. Downtown New Orleans. Days, are you planning on watching the Luke Harper thing on the network? Not particularly. I have said that I can see it being up as an option in a poll, and if it was something people wanted to watch, then it would be an option. But I'd just go with whatever people wanted to watch. So we've got Steph and Trish obviously exchanging a few words. They weren't fans of each other at this stage. They have a match as well, don't they? I think, is it the next pay-per-view after this they face each other? There's Drew Carey. Drew Carey getting ready. There's Kane. I'm a wrestler too now. Nice to meet you. That went well. The fact my BFF name is Jordan Sean. Days, you should give TNA a chance. All we are saying, give TNA a chance. Just imagine that Chyna was in the first women's Rumble. That would have been awesome. Days, where was Eddie Guerrero? Wasn't he on the out with the company at this point? Let me have a look. Independent circuit. So, well, I think it was actually a little bit later in the year. Early 2001, Guerrero feuded with Jericho, Benoit. At No Way Out, they faced at a Fatal 4-Way. He wrestled at WrestleMania 17, but later in that year, he got an addiction to pain medication and was sent to rehab. He was arrested for drunk driving and he was released by WWF. So he was working the independent scene in late 2001, early 2002. So he was still around, but not in a great place, and would be released later in the year. They're just interviewing fans, asking who's going to win the championship. That guy's passionate, isn't he? Kurt Angle's going to win this tonight. He's a man of integrity, intelligence. I couldn't even say the word. Integrity, intelligence. And I love him. Triple H looking in the mirror. Days, do you think Mania 35 is overrated? I think it might be the most overrated Mania of all time, says Bort Flazer. It's not. I can't remember it, to be honest. I can't remember it. I remember the main event, of course. That's historic. But a large part of it, I think, was forgettable. It's kind of like, I think if you say certain WrestleManias and the matches come to mind, then that's a good indicator. But I can't remember much about 35. Was that Kurt's Baron Corbin? Was that 35? I feel like it was just a lot of that. So, yeah. And it was too long. I think it might be the longest WrestleMania ever. I'm sure it's like 5.5 hours. It's too long. I much prefer having 2 shorter days. I think that's much better. It was 7 hours, and it was a terrible WrestleMania. Days, you look like Kofi Kingston. Thank you. That is my spirit animal. 7 Stars says that's what she said. Oh, you are right. Yes, Kofi Mania. That was good. Little bit of flirt in here from Trish and Steph getting upset. That was good. I like this feud. Randy Orton versus Batista and Daniel Bryan for the WWE Championship. That was at 30, wasn't it? That was class. Basti says it was 5 hours long. I think, yeah, when you add in the pre-show, I'm sure the pre-show was 2 hours. So if you wanted to watch the matches on the pre-show and the main card, I think it came out at about 7 hours. Days, are you KSI's twin? Yes. I thought Kofi versus Bryan was the real main event. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if it should have been. I don't know. I kind of think that Ronda is main event talent. Becky had obviously got to that point. Charlotte, they added her just to wind up the fans. And I'm sure Charlotte was there to take the pin. I'm sure that it ended wrong. So I suppose it should have been the main event. And it was history and all of that. I don't know. I do feel that the Kofi story was bigger. I think the Kofi... Am I wrong in saying the Kofi one meant more? I don't know. I love the fact that women have main evented WrestleMania. There's no issue there whatsoever. I've no issue with that whatsoever. I'm a big Ronda Rousey fan, so I've no issue with that. I just don't know if... looking at both of those feuds, those matches... I don't know if the Kofi one didn't matter more. I mean, we haven't really had like a black world champion. I know like The Rock is kind of seen that way, but I know that like the black community was just, I mean, it meant a lot. I mean, you could see what it meant to like Xavier and the New Day, and you know, there was a lot of comments on social media. There was a famous one where there was a guy that was like telling his son, like, you can be anything. Look at what Kofi has achieved. And that was a real, it felt like it was a real moment, like a real significant moment. I don't know if I saw that same reaction to the women main event in WrestleMania. Don't know if I saw that. I don't think I did. I don't know if I saw that same reaction. The Kofi one felt bigger to me. Maybe I'm wrong. Don't know. How are you doing? I'm good, thank you. Hope you are well. Kofi gave you a feel-good factor, But in my opinion, it was a carbon copy of Daniel at 30. But I guess, like you're saying, it might have meant more significance-wise. Yeah, I don't disagree, actually. I don't disagree. It's a shame that Kofi had to win against Daniel Bryan, though. I don't think Daniel Bryan is like the... I don't think he was a great heel. I mean, I don't know. Was he a great heel? I don't know. He tried, and he had an interesting angle, but I think Kofi winning against an out-and-out heel, like an undeniable heel. Because the thing is that Daniel's talking about climate change and this, and a lot of what he's saying, you're going, yeah, he's right. It's like a heel that I agree with. It's very strange indeed. Guys, we need to look after the planet. We're the ones that are to blame. All of you are to blame. Yeah, you're right. I think him against like an out and out heel would have been more impactful, but I don't know. Look, it's done anyway. It's everything that happened has happened. That's another great quote. Oh my God, I am so good at this. I am so good at these incredible quotes. What was it I said the other day? When a thing becomes a thing, just let it be a thing. That is genius. And now everything that's happened has happened. That is so deep. And actually, if you think about it, it is true. Everything that has happened has happened. You've just got to accept that. And then you'll live a happier life. Think about it. I've just told you. Oh my God, you joined this stream to do a Royal Rumble 2001 watch along. I've just improved your life. You are welcome. Just learn to accept that everything that has happened, and then you will be so much happier. But not everything that could happen has happened. You're in charge of your futures, guys. You're in charge of your futures, yeah? If you want to join Motivational Days, we've got very good subscription plans going at the moment. I'm going to use that as my yearbook quote. It's good. You should. Right, we are underway with Kurt Angle against Triple H, by the way. As we said, only 2 matches left. We've got this, and then straight after this, we've got the Royal Rumble. Days, did you know UFC this weekend is at 6? Yes, I did, my friend. Sonny Wolf, shout out to you. Harley said WrestleMania 35 was very positively reviewed. It had a good match between AJ and Orton. All 3 matches we really cared about had the people that we really cared about, and they won. Plus, Triple H versus Batista was great. What did I score it? Because I don't care about what anyone else scored it, because I think they're all liars. But what did I score it? I'm going to have a look. Can I tell you that this gets 3 3/4 stars? 3 3/4 stars. Right, WrestleMania. Let's put this to bed once and for all. I'll tell you what I scored it, and that will decide if it was a good show or not. Hey guys, perhaps around this time I wasn't scoring the shows or something. Could you imagine if I'd go to all this length and then it turns out don't even get a flipping answer? Did I score it? I honestly, right now, I have frozen it, and I am sat staring and pointing at my boob. That's what I'm doing. I've managed to find an image where I am just sat pointing at my boob. That is wild. I'm going to take a screenshot of that. I've taken a screenshot. Right, I don't think I've given it a review by the looks of it. I can't find a score.
Jennifer Lockhart is a legend. All of that, they donated $2 via a super chat. More life lessons with Professor Days.
So I don't know. So after all of that, no conclusion. You're welcome. I started watching your big videos back in 2019. Shout out to you. Were you an excited wrestling days? What do you mean? When I was pointing at my boob like that. Is there a way I can show you that picture that I've just took a screenshot of? Right, I can tell you that Triple H is with Kurt Angle outside the ring. There's a very concerned look on the face of Trish, who has got a wonderful long cardigan. I mean, you've got to give credit where it's due. She is rocking a very successful cardigan game. Pat Patterson would be proud. He loves a good cardigan. There's one thing I know about Pat Patterson, other than the fact he's dead, is he rocked a great cardigan. I'm gonna show you a picture of me pointing at my boob. And I don't know why, I just know it's the content that people love. What I want you to remember when I show you this picture is that this was what I just randomly clicked on. So I could have clicked on anything, but I just randomly selected this. And I think that speaks volumes about the streams, is the fact that you can just randomly jump onto a stream, randomly click on a point, and you're going to find something that's going to be pretty much guaranteed to be offensive, it's guaranteed to upset a lot of people. I've found it, by the way. Let me make it a little bigger. It's slightly a different layout. Right, let me show you this picture, and then we will get back to this championship match. This is the image that I found when I went to my WrestleMania 35 stream. Boom! Hello! I think what I'm doing is I'm trying to decode what the Japanese writing says right there. The Japanese text. Instead, it does look like I'm just fascinated with my own nipple, which I probably was. Fun fact, I probably was. And there we go. Look, you can see we've got HBK Figs. Vegan Strong Style was around at that time. Kofi Mania was a champion. Forfeit was a champion. KJ was a champion. Dat Boy, who goes ahoy. I wonder if that became Dat King. Do you think Dat Boy, who goes ahoy, turned into... Do you think the boy became a king? Do you think that happened? I wonder if that happened. Bat Kid as well. That's cool. So there we go. And you can see, I mean, look, you say that I don't invest. Look at the quality of that compared to this. It's like night and day, isn't it? That was like no K, and this is 4K. I don't think this is 4K. I don't know. Might be. It's not even okay. Let alone no K. It's not even okay. Right, I'm going to go back to watching this show. Shout out if you're trying to. Triple H and Kurt are still on the outside. Face first, Triple H into the edge of the ring. I wasn't there in the chat during WrestleMania 35. How dare you? Thanks for recreating the screenshot. That's one for the collection, isn't it, Austin? People won't actually know this, but Austin does use me as memes. So he's got just like hundreds of pictures of me with different facial expressions doing different things. And then he'll send me... This is true. This makes you sound like a stalker and a weirdo. But what I'm saying is actually true. You send me messages on Twitter, and then whatever like emoji should be attached or meme should be... You send me my face of me doing it. So if you've heard some shocking news, Austin will be like, have you heard about this? And then he'll attach me going... You can have that as well. Days, I just don't know what to do. I've got a problem at the moment. And then attached is me going... I should take requests, shouldn't I? I should take requests from Austin. Is there any that you need? Is there any that you want that you feel is missing from your collection? And then we can get a few done, especially for you. How about that? Days, I was there at that time. I just didn't join the streams. I had Mania 35. All the good guys won, like Randy should have beaten AJ, Seth should have lost. Well, I can't tell you if it was good or not because I don't know what I scored it off the top of my head. If I had that information, then I would know. Chop block by Triple H, and Kurt Angle goes down. And again, another chop block. Kurt goes down. Mr. Rotella, shout out to you. Austin says screenshots. Okay, everyone, please. I'm not a stalker, says Austin the Stalker. Did you delete your NXT 4th of July live stream? Did I delete my NXT 4th of July live stream? Don't think so. I don't think so. I don't even remember was NXT on the 4th of July. It's very unusual for me to ever put an old stream private. If ever I do it, it's because of concerns with copyright. So I did it with Wrestle Kingdom the other day, for example, because they had started giving copyright strikes out to people that weren't showing footage or doing anything wrong. So I didn't want to run that risk. So if it was, then it would be on those grounds. Triple H trying to tie up the legs of Kurt Angle. The live stream from 2018. I don't know. You asking me if I made a live stream from 2018 private? I don't know. Again, if I did, it would be for copyright grounds. I doubt it. I can't imagine why we would ever do that with NXT, so I doubt it. Big strike by Kurt. Days is a big model. Thank you. Yes. Are you saying I'm fat? Is that what you're saying? What's going on? I mean, look, at Christmas, you let yourself go, don't you? You have an extra chocolate and, you know what I mean? I gotta say, this championship match isn't grabbing me, by the way. I'm kind of sitting here watching it, and it's all right. It's all right. It's nowhere near as good as that ladder match we saw. Nowhere near as good. And I'm excited for the Rumble. Days, I remember the person that donated around $150, $200 and then left and never joined again in an NXT stream. It was in the summer. Well, I remember I Am Jack. Obviously, I remember that last year. Is that? I'm guessing that's who you're referring to. Can't remember anyone else doing that. I know Coaster Maniacs was obviously very generous. Obviously, very Irish Potato has been very generous. So, no, unless I'm forgetting someone. Is it because both are heel? Oh, what, this match? don't know. It's just not quite grabbing me. I mean, there's been a lot of action on the outside. There's a lot of repetition. I think it's difficult because this is like mat-based wrestling. We're seeing a lot of submission holds, a lot of holds, and obviously coming off the back of that ladder match, it's just not grabbing me as much. I mean, it's solid. It's fine. But I am finding myself sitting here just kind of chatting with you guys going, when's the Rumble going to start? I just want the Rumble. Big Boy Dally says, hello, are you about to start the Rumble match? Rumble match isn't too far away. I don't know. I know it's on for about an hour, the Rumble, so probably about 10, 15 minutes away from it. We got Steph and Trish exchanging slaps, though. This is pretty cool. And Steph has got Trish on top of the announce table. He's trying to choke her out. They both roll down. Cat fight! And Vince on the way. Steph goes face first onto that announce table. Here's Vince. Vince is like, no. He's trying to hold Trish back. Steph, look, Vince desperately trying to get in between them. Let them fight. Let them fight. Let them fight. She's trying to get on top, and Vince is holding her arm back. And he picks up Trish and he's carrying Trish away. Steph going after... Look at this. Vince falls down. Trish goes down. Steph jumps on her. It's good. It's an interesting story. Look, Steph's trying to get Vince out of the way. He's still struggling here, Vince is. So they're fighting all the way to the back. Days, what is the criteria to be an OG of the channel? We don't have them, do we? Why am I asking? Do we? Have we got OGs? Am I one? I don't know. Oh, I don't want to start that. Oh. How many times have we been down these kind of roads? Why can't we all just say that everyone's cool? If you're here and you join us, then you're an OG. Yeah? There you go. But you got to be cool as well. That's important. If you're joining us and you're a nerd, you can't be an OG. I'm sorry, I don't make the rules. Against the ropes, kick to the midsection. Boom, DDT. Is this before Linda was in a coma? I can't remember when she goes into the coma. I think it's definitely around this time. Because obviously this builds towards WrestleMania, but I can't remember exactly when she goes in. I think she was in it by now. Inverted atomic drop by Kurt. Lovely German. Days, can you explain why on some UFC cards there is an early prelim and prelims? Why not one? They have the early prelims to try and promote Fight Pass. So you get early prelims on Fight Pass. You do get the prelims on Fight Pass as well, but prelims are also available on like ESPN and BT Sport. And obviously the main show isn't on Fight Pass. So it just makes sense to put Summit onto Fight Pass before the prelims and the main show actually starts. The problem is, where fights have been getting cancelled, early prelims have been getting sacrificed. There's not been enough fights to kind of put a card on, and prelims and early prelims. Ideally, you would have that for each of the big shows, but there's had to be a lot of flexibility. So I think this one's got early prelims. I think there's early prelims for the Connor one. Double underhook. No. He was going for a pedigree there, Triple H. Kurt Angle goes into the corner. He lands right in Triple H's little H's. Lowercase H's. Good matches from 35. Miz versus Shane, last man standing. The SmackDown tag match. And Orton, Thugonomics, Kofi Mania, Seth. Seems like you enjoyed it, Harley. I remember Miz Shane being good. SmackDown tag title match, don't remember. Triple H Batista was fine. Orton AJ. Don't think it grabbed me, if I'm being perfectly honest. Kofi Bryan was great. Balor Bobby, I don't remember grabbing me. Main event was cool, historic. Thugonomics, nice little moment. Kofi Mania is Kofi Bryan. I don't know. It's not a Mania that stands out to me. Honestly, if anyone says WrestleMania 35, my first opinion is it's too long. Way too long. That it dragged. Let me see what Meltzer scored him. And this will give us just a rough idea. I'm not expecting him to give everything great scores, but... Women's Battle Royal, 2.25 stars. Buddy Murphy, Tony Nese, 3.5. Andre Battle Royal, 1.5. Revival against Zack Ryder, Kurt Hawkins, 3. Lesnar, Seth Rollins, 3.5. AJ, Randy Orton, 3.25. Samoa Joe, Rey Mysterio. Wasn't that like 7 seconds or something? It was not rated. Shane and Miz, 175. Sasha Banks and Bayley, women's tag, 125. SmackDown tag, 375. Daniel Bryan Kofi, 4.5. Yeah, and this is the problem, isn't it? Look at all of these matches. Look at all of these matches. How many matches we got here? 1, including the pre-show. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 matches. 16 matches. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Half of the matches were 2 stars or less. There is a good WrestleMania in there. I will agree. There is a good WrestleMania in there. But honestly, take it down to 7 matches. Take it down to 7 matches. Do Ronda, Becky, Charlotte. Do Daniel Bryan, Kofi. Do the SmackDown tag, which was Usos against The Bar versus Rusev, Nakamura versus Aleister Black, Ricochet. I didn't really like AJ Randy, but Meltzer gave that just over 3 stars. Lesnar, Seth, I wasn't a fan of either, if I'm being honest. Revival against Zack Ryder, Kurt Hawkins. There's a mania in there. Pedigree by Triple H. And referee is down outside the ring. Jatsu, shout out to you, sir. Dave's been watching live streams since October 2018. I haven't missed one. Shout out to you, sir. Here comes Stone Cold. It's Stone Cold. Stone Cold. Big strikes coming in by Stone Cold. Triple H going down. Into the side of the ring. Did he just give Miz versus Shane a 1? What did he... I can't remember. Let me have a look. I remember that match being all right. If I was to keep a match, I would keep that one. I remember Miz Shane being good, fighting in the crowd, fought on that platform, took a decent bump. Had a nice pace to it, had a good story to it, there's a good build to it. So yeah, I don't know, I thought it was all right. He gave it 1.75 for Shane versus Miz. 1.75. Stunner. So, to end that chat, let's conclude by saying that WrestleMania 35 was too long, did have some iconic moments, and I think if you cherry pick the good matches, I think there is a good WrestleMania in there, but I think you've got to sit through a lot of bad as well. I think there's a lot of stuff in there that's very skippable. But if you want to kill an evening, if you've got 7 hours that you want to kill, Kurt Angle has pinned Triple H. Miz versus Shane was so good, says Harley. I liked it. I think that was better than 175. Dun dun. Bum 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 bum. So that's that. Are you feeling the cold? A little. I am feeling it a little, if I'm being honest. It has gone quite cold. We are getting a little bit of snow, and I have been feeling it in recent weeks. I have actually got a little fire that I've had on in previous years, but I haven't bothered putting it on. Just easier to just put on a jumper. I don't even know if it's got gas anymore now, actually. Bit of blood coming down the forehead of the game. WrestleMania 35 would have been perfect across 2 nights. Yes. I agree, actually. I agree. I think WrestleMania had got to the point where it needed to be across 2 nights. I mean, how would they have... They would have done the same, wouldn't they, for 36? They would have put it all onto one night, and it's too long. If they're going to do that for 37, there's got to be a degree of quality control. I think the 2 nights thing was so much more enjoyable than having to sit through. Because honestly, by the time you get into the end, it's exhausting. Okay, well, guys, look, we're done anyway. We are done. We are done with all that undercard. It is the Royal Rumble match coming up. We're seeing The Undertaker backstage. And there's The Rock as well. This was a stacked Royal Rumble. Part of the reason why we're watching this is because this is one of the highest rated Rumbles, one of the best received Rumbles. It's got a lot of big names in it. The biggest Royal Rumble in history. Mania 36 had 18 matches altogether. I feel that 36 would be similar to 35. I think 36 had some good moments, good matches. But it had a lot of filler as well. But it was easier to sit through across 2 nights than it was all in one. If Kane and The Undertaker work together, then every man is going to be in trouble, says The Rock. The Rock says The Undertaker wants to tickle Kane's big red nipple. Who cares what they want to do? He's saying he's not bothered what Undertaker and Kane have got planned. I can't remember. Does The Undertaker tickle Kane's big red nipple at any point in this match? Because straight away, this is 5 stars if so. Straight away, this is 5. Forget what we've been talking about ratings-wise. If he gets in there, goes... And he's got to make that noise as well. Then 5 stars. That's how you get 5 stars in wrestling. Such a good promo, isn't he? I think I deserve an award from you for loyalty. Shout out to you, JS17. I don't reward loyalty. I'm just impressed by it. Amazed by it. Amazed that you stuck it out this long. Do you have any tips? Because when I grow older, I want to be a YouTuber. Yeah, I got some tips. Start. Just start. Don't think about it too much. Just start. If you think about it and you want everything to be perfect at the start, you'll never start. So just start. Make mistakes. Learn from them. Keep improving, moving forward. But at least the ball is rolling. At least you're starting to build your audience. So that's one tip. Another tip is build up a social media following. No one will know you at the start. So you've got to connect with people. So Twitter is as important at the start. It's really important that you reach out to people, start conversations. Don't go around going, oh, I've got a YouTube channel, check it out. You don't do that. You've got to start like getting in with communities and just interacting. I mean, the whole reason why you would have a YouTube channel is because you'd want to talk about wrestling. So going on Twitter and starting some conversations about wrestling, it should be just very natural and the kind of thing that you would do anyway. So just start doing that. And then, like, you just kind of take things from there. I mean, it's all just like growing. It's all just growing. There's no quick fixes on it. There's no shortcuts on it. But, yeah. And also, you don't need to spend loads on equipment. I've said many, many times that this channel got to 40,000 subscribers with just my phone. Just my phone. That's all. I didn't even own a computer. It's not like I had a computer that I just occasionally did. I didn't even own one. I didn't have one. I didn't own a camera. I didn't own a computer. I recorded, edited, uploaded, created thumbnails, did descriptions, did titles, went on Twitter, shared on Twitter, did everything all on my phone. Because you can now. You can do everything on a smartphone. You can do editing. Kine Master is what I was using on my phone. So, yeah. Few pointers there for you. I did a whole video very early in this channel's history. I did a video explaining how I had got to 1,000. So that video is still up. So if you search like YouTube 1,000 days, DAZE, should bring it back. That'll probably do it. Now that will tell you how I got to 1,000. Because I kind of kept track how I got to 1,000, how I got to 5,000, how I got to 10,000. I did them around that time as well, so they're from like 2016. So they're me sat next to the bookshelf going, hello and welcome to Wrestling Days. It's me like, please like me kind of vibe. It was before I just gave up caring. Right, we are getting close to the Rumble. Miss Clown 1 says, if you was a dinosaur, what dinosaur would you be? I would be a dinosaur with a camera so that I could take pictures of you, because you are the sexy dinosaur of this community. And we need to get a Miss Clown 1 calendar out there for people to purchase. Don't think I've forgotten. Jeff Hardy is making his way down. He is number 1. Austin says, I love those first videos. They are cringe. I do look back at them now and cringe. There's a lot of stuff actually in them that some of those early videos, I could even see that the camera, my phone, wasn't quite straight. So it looks like the bookshelf in the background's doing this. It's like proper, it's like I've got a leaning tower of bookshelf behind me. It's kind of off like this. It's waving over to the side. And it's because the camera in the stand was off. But what is so crazy is, even though as I was recording, I could see it wasn't straight. And even as I was editing, I could kind of see it wasn't straight. But it just wasn't a problem. I wasn't looking at it as a problem. I think I was so focused on what I was saying. I just really wasn't paying attention to everything. It just wasn't registering. And now I go back and watch it, and it's all I look at on those old videos. I'm like, but why is that? But why is that bookshelf not? How is that bookshelf doing that? It's like over at the side. It's like everything on it should be falling off. Because there's some of the videos where it's proper out, and it's just because the phone was in the stand like this. It's so distracting. So, yeah, that's the story of the early days of this channel. Me being serious, trying to hope that people liked me, and my bookshelf going mental in the background. Big strikes. Right, we are up and running with the Royal Rumble. Days, what happened to the Subscriber Hall of Fame? That was good, actually. I did like that. The Subscriber Hall of Fame. That was early as well. We had the Wrestling Days Hall of Fame where I used to put wrestlers in. Like wrestlers that I felt needed to be more recognized. I think Kamala was the first to go into that. That was fun. Matt Hardy making his way down. So the Hardy Boys draw in 1 and 3. So Buchanan is in there out of the right to censor group. So he's on the verge of being eliminated. Double clothesline over the top. Buchanan has gone. So we are down to the Hardy Boys, Matt and Jeff. And they lock up. They're going at each other. Daisy, you a fan of James Storm? Not really. I don't watch Impact or TNA, so he's not someone that's been on my radar. I saw a bit of him in NWA, but he wasn't, like, heavily featured. I think from what I saw in NWA, he was fine. He didn't like blow my mind or anything. So yeah, he's not someone that I was desperate for. I did see the article that AJ Styles announced that the music that he's got, they don't want none. They don't want none. Nobody wants none. That was actually made for James Storm. And apparently that was going to be James Storm's music. But it is perfect for AJ. It works so well for AJ. Fun fact, Matt likes cupcakes. Matt Hardy is Jeff's Marty Jannetty. Slam Master J for the Hall of Fame, yes. Yeah, he would go in. He would definitely go in. I wish I had that card. I feel like that card is super rare. I gave him away. I was giving those cards away at the time. We were finding Slam Master J in, like, Topps cards. And that was so good. When I was doing Wheel of Funds and I was giving those cards away, I had people getting in touch with me. So excited that they would open up the cards and they would find a Slam Master J. And it was like finding that rookie Michael Jordan for our community, because we were talking about Slam Master J so much at the time. Right, we've got Farouk has come down. Simmons in the ring. Both the Hardys are in there, so that's number 4. Right, we do need to focus on this because we are at the Rumble. We're finally at the Rumble. Over the top, trying to eliminate him, and he's gone. I know this is quite famous, this Rumble, for people not sticking around too long. It's a Rumble that's got... It lasts for an hour, but it's got quite a pace to it. I mean, already we've had 2 eliminations. Buchanan's gone. Farouk's gone. We're still now back down to the Hardys, both the Hardys. Oh, big right hand by Matt Hardy. Right, we're counting down again. Number 5. Beautiful. Here we go. Number 5. Here he is. Drew Carey is coming out. Is drawn number 5. Drew Carey, 316 sign in the crowd. So, Drew Carey making his way down. He's not someone that's known, really. I've heard of him, but I don't know much about him. I think doesn't he do The Price is Right? And he might have done, like, Deal or No Deal or something. I don't know. Hardy, Matt Hardy surviving. Drew Carey still not in yet as the Hardy boys are fighting back and forth. Now Carey's come in. Both the Hardys are on the edge of the ring. Drew Carey's just watching as they're brawling. He could have gone over and double clothesline them. He just looks like a really happy fan. And they've both eliminated each other, so Drew Carey is alone in the ring right now. Drew Carey alone in the ring. So, number 6 on the way down. Drew Carey's going to have to face whoever this is going to be. And it's Kane. Wow. It's good booking, isn't it? I wish Drew Carey looked a bit more concerned. But look at this, Kane on his way down. Daze, is it true you're going to take out the number 30 entrant? Yes. Here we go. Kane circling the ring. Drew Carey, I think, has been asking the refs to eliminate him. Can you throw me over the top? The longest Rumble entrance ever. Kane has come down. He's circled round the ring. His entrance music's still playing. Like, literally, it'll be time for the next person now. Drew Carey is right up against the ropes. Drew Carey, hello. Wants to shake hands. He's got money. I've got money. So Drew Carey getting backed up against the ropes. Ravens come in with a kendo stick and he hits Kane from behind. Kane was about to choke slam Drew Carey. Drew Carey jumps over the top rope and eliminates himself. mean, at least you got that moment. At least you got that moment where Kane was, like, walking down. That was fun. Drew Carey is better than Drew McIntyre. How does Drew Carey wrestle with glasses on? He didn't wrestle. He stood in the ring. He didn't do any wrestling. Although I've been here since October 2018, I've never missed a stream. JS17, shout out to you, dude. I appreciate the fact you've been with us for so long. Ricochet versus Fabian Eichner was a great match on old NXT. Al Snow unloading on Raven right now. Into the barricade. Counting down again. Al Snow in there. A few weapons in there as well. He's not official, Al Snow. He just came out of nowhere. They've counted down, but I don't know who's coming down. Was that meant to be Al Snow? So they just counted down. No one came down. I'm guessing the next person was Al Snow that just decided he was coming in early. There's trash cans in there. There's rubbish all in there. There's kendo sticks down. And he's got a bowling ball. Heather, he had no intention of wrestling. Okay, back in the corner. Al Snow, big right hand by Kane. Back elbow by Kane as well. So we've got Al Snow, we've got Raven, we've got Kane, we've got garbage everywhere, trash cans everywhere. Big trash can strikes. And again, Raven and Al Snow working together. Against the ropes goes Kane. Drop toe takedown. He goes into the trash can. And we're counting down again. We were kind of robbed that last time. It wasn't very satisfying when no one came down. Perry Saturn on his way. I've never donated, given money to the chat. Also, your streams are the only streams that I watch. Thank you, JS17. Mick Foley versus Mankind versus Dudley versus Cactus Jack. Days, my name used to be E-Man, and you put me into the Hall of Fame. I love E-Man. Oh, look at this crashing down. Perry Saturn going after Kane. He is going for a submission, middle of the ring. There's literally trash cans everywhere. Rubbish absolutely everywhere. They've got to try and clean that up. Breaking news. Rey Mysterio versus Baron Corbin is set for SmackDown as Rey looks for retribution. Interesting. Isn't it Nakamura against Jey Uso as well? Boom, down goes Saturn. Al Snow jumping onto the back of Kane. Raven jumping on the back as well. They are just walloping away with signs. Kane is going down. This, I believe, is the Rumble where Kane sets that record. You know, Kane gets all of those eliminations. He held the record. Finally beaten by Roman Reigns. I'm sure this is the Rumble that he sets that record in. Blackman. I can't believe SmackDown is tomorrow. AJ Styles, shout out to you. William Hensey says, I had a bad storm last week. We got 2.4 inches of snow and ice combined. Stay safe, my friends. Days, are there any actual OGs of the channel that have been on the channel since day one-ish? I know I haven't, I'll admit. Jim Gore. Jim Gore, as if you go back to the early Wrestling Days videos, you'll see Jim Gore left comments on those right at the start. So, to my knowledge, Jim is the longest supporter on the channel, which is why he is one of our mods and just an awesome guy. So knowledgeable about like comic books and stuff like that as well. If you've never taken the chance to have a chat with Jim, who joins us in the chat a lot, as you said, you know, one of the mods of the channel, do it. Do it is awesome. And as I said, really knowledgeable about comic books. And you'll never get that knowledge from me. So, right, we're counting down again. When you were doing title shots, I won a vote to be in the poll, and I made a team. I didn't know what it was called. I was by myself, and I lost by a majority early days. They were good times. Grandmaster Sexay. Sasuke, why aren't you called Grandmaster Sasuke? Sasuke! Why haven't you never done that? Grandmaster Sasuke? I'll be sure to speak to Jim when he's around. Yeah, he's cool. He's really cool. Big strikes by Blackman. So we've got a few people in the ring right now. Strike to the midsection by the Grandmaster. Days, did you know that Perry Saturn has now turned his life around after being homeless for a long time, drug addiction and bad mental health? Yes. I also believe he helped a woman that was being attacked, and he ended up getting, I think, was it stabbed? He might have been stabbed, and there was some real severe repercussions from that. I think that really did a lot of damage as well to him, so he's really struggled a lot. He was homeless. He went through that incident and had some nasty injuries coming out of it as well. So I'm really pleased if he's turned his life around. Lots of eliminations. Lots of people have gone. It's down to Kane and Saturn. And Saturn has gone as well. Oh, this is what you love to see. The Honky Tonk Man. Down on with my pink Cadillac to the Honky Tonk Man. Honky Tonk Man to the Honky Tonk Man. Honky Tonk Man. This is cool. Yeah! I mean, look at this. Talk about a collision of worlds and eras and generations. Flipping Honky Tonk Man. Now, wait a minute there, big fella. And Kane. In the Attitude Era. I know you want to hear me sing my song. And I'd never let my fans down. He's a proper legend. A proper legend. Back. In the like just a honky tonk man. Honky tonk man. And yeah, and it's got some of the best figures as well. Days, no more throwback Raws ever again. What do you mean? The Raw reviews. I really like doing them, and I have got some that are done that just need to get uploaded. But yeah, my focus isn't so much on doing them. Has gone. Hunky's been eliminated. Oh. Because yeah, I mean, obviously they weren't monetized, so where they weren't monetized, they were a labor of love, and The Rock! The Rock! Number 13 comes The Rock. Boom, The Rock coming down. Big strikes, driving Kane back. Days, well, I don't know, why did you get rid of the title shots? They were really fun. I know they were part of the Wheel of Fun, but I mean, you could have kept them, don't you think? It was all a part of that, like, is it aimed at kids kind of a thing? And I just felt uncomfortable with the Wheel of Fun if someone had, you know, questioned that. And then the other one, which was like, I don't know, it's competition, it's, I don't know, I don't know. It just kind of went with the Wheel of Fun, if I'm being perfectly honest. But I think that distracted, if I'm being honest, a little bit away from the wrestling. I mean, what we had was a lot of people, like, talking about them wanting to be the champions and all of that, and I agree it was fun, but I think it had its time. We did it. It was fun. We're kind of at a point now where we can just sit and talk about the wrestling a bit more. I kind of think where we are now is a healthier place, and it's good to be healthy in 2021. Take your multivitamins, guys. I would take one, but I took one before the stream, and I am not ODing for anyone. Here comes the Good Father. Number 14. We've still got Rock and Kane in the ring. Hayden upset that Honky Tonk Man was eliminated. And Good Father's gone already. Little bit Luke of the Bushwhacker-esque. Do you remember that? Got thrown over the top. And he just carried on his way. It was so good. He came down to the ring, got into the ring, got thrown over the top, and then just started back going on his way. Ah, I love that. Was it Luke or Butch? I can't remember. It was one of them. I flipping love the Bushwhackers. When I was doing the research for that Smack 'em Whack 'em video that went onto the channel not long ago, they were all over that video, doing the fun little bits in between the matches. It was so much fun. They were so funny. They were like the Billy Kays of their day. Kane has got Rock against the ropes. Duck underneath. Boom! Overhand right. Big strikes coming in by the Rock. We are back down to just these two. We said that people don't stick around very long in this Rumble. I think there is like a crazy statistic that says 20 of the 30 are only in it for 5 minutes or less or something like that. Taz making his way down. Taz making his way to the ring. Gets caught by Kane. Kane puts him up top. Big strike. Taz has gone. Taz has gone. It's just Kane, isn't it? It's Kane's Rumble. It's Kane doing Kane things. Days, we are all growing older. That's true. Big cheer. Big strikes coming in by The Rock. Days, it was Luke, and it was Earthquake that eliminated him. Days, can you do Undertaker's taunt he does before he hits the tombstone? I need that as a screenshot. No. It's my life's motto to not give you what you want. I've done that loads of times, haven't I? I don't even know if I could do it. Was that it? I feel like I was really trying to hide my eyes, but I don't know if I did. I actually don't know if I can do that or not, so I'd be quite interested if I did manage to get close. In my mind, I probably just look really stupid with, like, my eyes very visible still. I probably look like I'm looking now, but in my head, it's like, I nailed that. Nailed that. I definitely hid my eyes. I don't know. How do you know if you can do it? I suppose you'd have to do it and then try and take a picture, wouldn't you? Never done that. That's too weird even for me. Right, JBL making his way down to the ring. Bradshaw in there. Has anyone ever done that? Has anyone ever done that to actually see if they can do it or not? Have you ever done it and then took it? You should do it. You should do it. Do it and take a picture to see if you can do it. Unless you're young. If you're young, then you might stay that way. That was all right. Oh! Was it all right? Okay. Woo! I don't know if I can do it or not. You might just be humoring me. Austin might show me the picture later on. And it'll just be me, like, in my mind, I look just like him. But in actual fact, I'll see the picture and it's just me like this. Spinebuster by The Rock. Austin says, I'd never take a picture of myself. JS says, we don't have any fun in the commercial breaks. How dare you? How dare you say that? These streams are a laugh a minute. I'm getting old. You're getting near death. That's true. Can we add Championship Wheel of Fun forfeits, but represent them differently? I don't know, to be honest. I don't know. It's not a focus. It's not been a focus. So I don't know. How would you represent? It's still going to be a competition, isn't it? My concern is that if it gets questioned, I have to defend it. I have to defend it. If someone, and you know there's trolls out there, and you know that the second that anyone thinks that they can question anything, they'll do it. So I have to know 100% that it's fine and we're good, and that YouTube will see it the same way that we would see it. Perhaps like we do Wheel of Fun, but the prizes are all adult magazines. Maybe that's what we do. Then that's not for kids, is it? That's not for kids. I'm not aiming this at children. Right, guys, we're going to do a Wheel of Fun, and the winner gets Razzle Dazzle. Razzle Dazzle, volume 35. Of course, it does feature Linda. Lovely center spread of Linda. And it's one that I don't want to be giving away, but I do have 10 already. So this is my 11th copy. So I'll let it go. So, yeah. Maybe that's how we do it. Maybe that's how we represent it differently. Because then YouTube will be like, it's definitely not for kids, but we do have a completely different concern right now. Oh, I can't win with you guys. We're counting down again. Who's next? Hardcore. Hardcore Holly on his way. Adult magazines with toys inside. No. Anyone else getting hot? Anyone else getting a bit warm? That issue has a free DVD. Yeah, and it's wrestling. So, it's all related, isn't it? It's all related. I think I'm cleared. I think that brings it back. It's wrestling related. I don't see any issue there. Well, I do. Issue 35. Right, they're trying to eliminate The Rock. Silly Billies. Not going to do that. YouTube doesn't like YouTubers. In fairness, no one likes YouTubers. Even YouTubers don't like YouTubers. I hope you are well. I'm good, thank you, Tyler. I hope you are well as well. Days, if you sent adult magazines, you would make it look like you were giving them to kids. Yeah, but I've done that before anyway, so I don't see the problem. I'm that guy that walks past the newsagent and the kids are like, "Excuse me, sir, can you get us some beer?" And I'm like, "Sure." Well, actually, why just beer? Why don't I just get you some spirits? They're much stronger. Whiskey, yeah? Whiskey, guys. Okay, I'll get you a bottle each. No worries. Do you want a dirty mag as well? Just a beer, please. No. I know you're too scared to really ask. It's fine. I know you're saying you want beer, but why don't you just have a bottle of whiskey, dirty magazine? I'll get you some cigarettes as well, yeah? Do you want any drugs? Where are you going? I thought we were friends. R-Truth has come down, by the way. R-Truth all the way back in 2001. Guaranteed Hall of Famer. It's stunning to think how long he's been around for on and off, isn't it? Stunning. Austin says, fun fact, Days gave me my first dirty magazine. I took away your virginity, Austin 316. Hang on. In magazine terms. Woo! You see, this is why we can't talk about these things. Because that's a video clip that exists now. You want any vitamins, yeah? Guys, I know you wanted beer, yeah? I know you wanted beer, but... This has got everything you need. Right? I know you're drinking beer to get high. This won't get you high, but it will give you plenty of pantothenic acids. So if you want some pantothenic acids or manganese, all in here, yeah? Just one a day, though. One a day. Yeah? Got 3 months worth there, lads. Right, we got Right to Censor on the way. Kane is still in the ring. Yeah, fair few people in the ring at the moment. What age did you start watching wrestling? 21. It's getting hot in here. So take off all your clothes. Why would I be saying that in this storyline? I mean, even I've got lines that I wouldn't cross. Do you know what I mean? I'm all for selling drugs and getting children dirty magazines. But there's lines, Monica. There's lines. You shouldn't be enticing minors. Wow, the mining industry is on its knees. They need something to cheer them up, don't they? A whole industry gone. I've nothing but respect for the miners. Big right hand by Kane. I think that this is probably the worst watch-along ever. in regards to actually watching along a show. It's been pretty horrific. It's been pretty standard, if we're being honest. I would like to try and fool anyone that's, like, just joining us. Anyone that's, like, doesn't normally join us, but is just joining us. I'd like them to think we normally do better than this. So I've probably ruined that by what I've just said, but next time we'll trick them next time. Next time we'll make them think that this is normally super professional. Talking of super professional, here comes the European champion, William Regal. William Regal in there, throwing some uppercuts to R-Truth. Seems to be going after R-Truth here, William Regal. Plants R-Truth down. Daze, I think it's only fair that you join the family since you took away my... Well, you know what you said. I don't need to say it. Is that how it works? If someone takes away your virginity, you've got to join the family. Is that what you believe, Austin? There are people that have that belief. I just didn't know that you was one of them. Maybe on your next toy hunt, or you can hunt for adult magazines and alcohol and drugs. Well, I mean, in fairness, I do, but I don't ever record that part of it. It's only the action figures that make it to the video. If I was to record the whole toy hunt, you'd be appalled. Random question, what is your favourite number? 5. Straight up 5. It is 5. And there are reasons for it. That are to do with my age and my real name. And we'll leave it at that. So, if you want to know the secret of who I really am, you can find the answers in the number 5. 5 is legit my lucky number. If I was on a game show and I had one box to pick, I don't know why I'd be doing that, but if I was, I would pick 5. If I was a footballer, I would want the number 5. I'm trying to think any other situation where if there was lots of doors in front of me and it was like you can only walk through one to find Linda, I would go through number 5. Are you getting the idea? If I was in the Royal Rumble and they said, what number do you want to be? I'd be like, can I be number 30? Because why would I want to be 5? That makes no sense. So it doesn't work for everything. Let's put it that way. My favourite number is 7, says Kieran. I'm afraid you're wrong, Kieran. I'm afraid you're wrong. Wrestling Days fan says 35 years old, question mark. Can't say, can I? All I can say is 5. Maybe I'm 5. Maybe I'm 5 years old. Mr. Rotella says number 5. See Wrestling, shout out to you, says it's 5 because how many fingers are on Daisy's right hand? That he nicknamed Linda. Here's Big Show. Go, Big Show. The Big Show. Kieran, again, saying favourite number is 7. And again, Kieran, you're wrong. JS17.2 says no surprises, minus 17. You're wrong as well. Everyone knows there's only one right answer to this. And it is 5. Big choke slam by the Big Show. 6 is my favorite number. Daisy's favorite number is 5. So this way we can be close to each other. I actually just threw up. There was a little bit of, you know, when it comes up and you can feel it come up. I just had that, Austin. Oh, God. That's one of the creepiest, cringiest things you've ever said. And that is a long list, Austin. That is a long list. Huge choke slam by Big Show. We've got Rock in there. We got Big Show in there. We got Kane in there. We got other wrestlers in there. There's lots happening. The Brahma Ball. Boom. Big Show doesn't go over. He does now. Big clothesline by The Rock. Go, Big Show. Unbelievable. We're counting down again, guys. We're counting down again. Kieran says, I've changed it. My favorite number is 5. Welcome, Kieran. Welcome. Welcome to the winning team. Big Show dragging Rock out of the ring, but pulling him under the bottom rope. Roman and Pierce contract signing has been announced for tomorrow. Very cool. No, it's 14. Days Austin is creepy. I know, mate. I know. I think we all know. Chokeslam through the announce table. The Rock is down. Everyone else is trying to eliminate Kane, who's been in there for quite a while at this stage. We can't be too far from the end, actually, thinking about it. I think this show goes on for... Is it 2 hours 50? What are we up to? Oh, yeah, we're about 20 minutes from the end. Aww. Let's have a nice little chat. There's any certain surprise entrants that you want to see this year? That's a good question, bud. Let's throw that out to the chat, actually. What surprise entrant do you want to see, and make it good? Make it good. If you want to win my respect, make it good. I mean, I respect you anyway. That won't change. Come on. Unless you say something stupid. Then it'll change. But who do you want to see? What legends are out? What, someone like Sid? How about Psycho Sid? He's still alive. Here comes The Undertaker. I wonder if he'll be a surprise entrant in the future, but as Biker Taker. Not Dead Man's done. Dead Man's not coming down, but I wonder if American Badass Undertaker could jump into the ring. Undertaker throwing some big right hands. So working with Kane. And there's going to be a fair few eliminations. Alicia Fox. Hogan. Christian. Eva Marie. Hogan. Undertaker. Tessa. Samoa Joe. That's a good shout. That's a great shout. Imagine Samoa Joe goes, excuse me, boys. Puts down the headset. Unbuttons the shirt. We've seen that kind of thing before, commentators getting in, but that would be great. That would be great. Hogan, I'd be down for Hogan. Ric Flair is going to enter the Women's Rumble to help Lacey. What, as Rikina? Rikina Flair. coming down like this in a wig. Woo! That would be great. Oh, look, you're not letting me down, guys. You're doing great. The Rock. Ultimo Dragon. Love that. Scotty 2 Hottie is coming down. And everyone's been eliminated apart from the Brothers of Destruction. Undertaker and Kane standing side by side. And you've got to feel this would be a great time for Drew Carey to come down. If he hadn't have already come down and been eliminated. RVD. JBL. The Great Khali. Jinder Mahal. Yeah, imagine Great Khali just chopping away. What if Abyss does... Oh, do you know, I forgot about him. I really enjoyed him with AJ, and now, since Omos has been around... I like that. I thought that was fun. He had such great facial expressions. There's another one for you, Austin. Every time I do so like that now, I think of Austin. He's just sat there like that, isn't he? That's another one for the collection. In my head, Austin, that's how you sound. Love you, Austin. Days, do you believe that absolutely stupid rumor saying that The Undertaker at WrestleMania 30 wasn't Undertaker but a stand-in? Where's that rumor come from? I've never heard that. There's not. I can't even answer that. Stone Cold making his way down to the ring. Triple H out of nowhere. Stone Cold was coming down as Brothers of Destruction were ready for him. But Triple H getting involved because, of course, Stone Cold got involved earlier. Rock with big strikes to Kane. Festus, Stone Cold. Imagine if Stone Cold came down. I wonder if Stone Cold could do a Rumble. What if Stone Cold came down this year? With no fans, though. Is the fan thing going to change? Because if you're going to do Stone Cold one more time, this isn't the year. You can't do it this year. You've got to have fans. I wonder if it does change things. I wonder if the surprises are reduced. Stone Cold! Stone Cold! Look, he's got a box and it's number 5! He's got a box and it's number 5! Ah! He's got the 5 box! I told you! The boyhood dream came true! I would have grabbed the same box. If I had boxes and they all had numbers on, I would have got the number 5 box as well. That is crazy. That's not a coincidence. You can't tell me that's a coincidence. That's fate. That's the number 5 letting me know. You're all right with me, Days. I got you, bro. Look, and Stone Cold's on the number 5 box trying to get back up to his feet. That's number 5. I love you, 5. Me and 5, we're such good friends. We go like cycling together and everything. Big strikes by Undertaker. Days, did you de-age from 21 to 5? No. I think I'd struggle to convince people I was 5. Rock's down. I don't know how many people we've had. Let's have a look. Royal Rumble. Can't ruin who wins. I already know. Oh, 29 next. Right, 29. Haku! That wasn't his... He didn't have music back in the day, did he, Haku? I think that's like generic, like, wild Samoan head shrinker music. Haku with the big chop on Undertaker. He's got what? Look, he's got Diana Ross hair. Are we sure that's not Diana Ross? It looks like Undertaker's beating up Diana Ross. No! She was a supreme! Baby, baby, where did our love go? In the corner. HBK to return. R.I.P. Test. Haku was the toughest man in wrestling. Days, read LSW's message. Days, you caved in and everyone is disappointed. You said that you love Austin. Well, look. I think that we all have fun with Austin. But I think once in a while we should let him know. We should let him know that he is a treasured member of this community. Just to balance it out, there's got to be balance. That's what I learnt from Cobra Kai. Rikishi is making his way down. And he grabbed Stone Cold, but Stone Cold starts unloading. So I think that's it, isn't it? We've had everyone come down. Some big names in this. Stone Cold, Rock, Undertaker, Kane, Big Show. William Regal for the Rumble. Oh, could you imagine? His health's not good, though, is it? That would be great, though. That would be great. I can, hand on heart, say I've never had fun with Austin. Oh, you've never lived. You've never lived. Kicks coming in by Stone Cold. We've got around about 10 minutes. Is it? Actually, why don't I just look? 10 minutes. We've got 10 minutes left to go. This has been really good, actually. There's been no lag. Normally, I get a bit of buffering and a bit of drama. I haven't had any of that. I think Diana Ross has been eliminated, by the way. So, one of these is going to be the winner. Over the top goes The Rock, but he holds on. Rikishi tried to throw a big right hand to Undertaker. Undertaker with a headbutt. Stone Cold coming over, stomping away in the corner. Kane coming over, striking Stone Cold from behind. Against the ropes goes Stone Cold. Big knee by Kane. Super kick by Rikishi, and Undertaker eliminated. Undertaker goes over the top and is eliminated by Rikishi. The Rock comes over, big right hands, drives Rikishi back into the corner. Rock into the corner. Rikishi collides into the Rock. Getting down now to the nitty-gritty in this one. There's a thing I've said this before, but I remember once I thought you were called Wrestling Dave, and there was actually a channel. I know what comes next, Chalmers. What? Notice how they kept Stone Cold away from The Rock, says Lister Jericho. Yes, well spotted. Big low blow there, though. That was such... You know how he satisfying low blows? That was one right there. The Rock with a low blow, and it was so thunderous that Rikishi was like wobbling on the middle rope. Boom! Oh! Wonderful. Very satisfying. Famouser. So, I think we're down to 4 here. We got Kane, we got Stone Cold, we got Billy Gunn. We had Billy Gunn. Billy Gunn's gone. Kane, Rock, and Stone Cold. Kane, Rock, and Stone Cold. About the fake Undertaker rumors. When the streak ended, there was a rumor floating around saying Undertaker was Brian Lee. People saw tattoos. Blah, 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 blah. Rubbish. I never even heard it. Austin in one corner. Rock in the other. Kane in the other. Days, there is no, so I'm saying that there is. Is people losing their minds? What are people on about? Big strikes back and forth. I can tell you there's nothing this end showing lag, so I think we're all good. Big strikes coming back by the Rock. We've got Rock and Austin now. They had kept them apart, but they've finally come blow to blow, toe to toe. Stone Cold getting up to his feet. Rock bottom, but back elbows by Stone Cold. Rock against the ropes. Looking for the stunner, hits the stunner. Kane is down. Rock is down. That was a huge stunner. Now he's got to try and get him over. And more annoying than that is laces undone. Kane back up, big strike. Blocked by Stone Cold. Stone Cold driving Kane back. Kane going against the ropes. Threat Thez press. Big right hands by Stone Cold. Stomp to the midsection. Days Undisputed Era. Rhea Ripley, Damian Priest, Jazz, and Jay White. Will we see Jay White? The rumors are just getting stronger and stronger, aren't they, as it gets closer to the Rumble? Lovely rock bottom there. I'm saying that there is, but there isn't. Okay. Okay. I'll say there is as well. Whoever said that Jay White's profile is off New Japan's website is correct, but I still think it's a work. He's supposed to be under contract for the next 5 years. Still likely that it is a work, yes. So Kane went through the ropes, so it's not counted as an elimination. Days, imagine if Bobby Lashley loses his US title at the Rumble, but then wins the Rumble match. I don't know. I'm not that excited about Bobby Lashley. I know he's got a great look. He just doesn't have the great matches that do it for me. Whenever it's a Bobby Lashley match, I'm not like, right, here we go. They just don't present him. He's been presented better in the Hurt Business, definitely better, but to the point where I want to see him competing for the title. Austin on the apron. Rock's been eliminated. We're down to Austin and Kane. Duck underneath. Big right hands by Austin. We're down to 2. Austin goes against the ropes. Got caught. Kane with a choke slam. We're down to 2. It's either Kane or Austin. Kane has been in there for so long. I think it wasn't he number 6. Because I think Drew Carey was number 5. I think Kane was number 6. It's going to be anticlimactic without a crowd, says Daydreamer Pictures. I definitely think they should hold off. Should hold the Rumble on top of a building or in a swimming pool or inside an Olive Garden. I'd love that. Both guys are down right now. Tyler, shout out to you. Adam Pearce could enter and win the Rumble. We have just got mere minutes left. Mere minutes left. Days, are you rooting for me to beat Kane? Yeah, because it all leads to a fantastic WrestleMania 17, doesn't it? Would I want Kane? No, I wouldn't want Kane in the main event. Kick to the midsection. Strikes coming in. Big right hand. Stone Cold's got Kane, but Kane grabs him. He's got him up on his shoulder. Reverse Stone Cold. Stunner. The stunner's like a really bad move for a Rumble, isn't it? It's a really bad move. You stun people, they go down. I mean, it's just like this dead weight that he's got to try and get over the top now. Kane up on his feet. Boom! Smacks him with the chair. And again. One more. Kane right against the ropes. And Kane has gone and Austin wins. So Stone Cold becomes the first ever 3-time winner of the Rumble. Kane, I believe, then holds the record for the most eliminations as well. And as we said, there's a crazy fact that I think something like 20 of the 30 participants are in the Rumble for like 5 minutes or less. Something along those lines. It's a Rumble that's kind of built around Brothers of Destruction, built around Kane in particular. They tend to try to showcase someone every year. There tends to be someone that's in there for a long time. And this year was Kane's year, and it was he gets eliminated right at the end. It's Stone Cold that wins it, but it's an incredible performance by Kane. And Austin wins it, and as we said, it sets up WrestleMania 17. Days, if you are Wrestling Days UK, when and who are Wrestling Days EU and Wrestling Days US, so on, so on. I think, aren't I just Wrestling Days Global? We're one planet, guys. We're one planet. Let's just learn to live together as one, yeah? And I think that this channel really represents that. The Whoop-Ass can is open. Weird sign. 10 out of 10. Days, I won the Rumble. You did. Daniel Bryan's going to win the Rumble. I've got Daniel and Roman at WrestleMania, says David Robert Wood. Well, my friends, that is the end of the Rumble. Get your scores in. Get your scores in. I actually thought the Rumble match itself was okay. I think... what did Meltzer score it? Let's have a look. What did Meltzer score it? Meltzer gave Royal Rumble I can tell you, if you look at lists of the best ever Royal Rumbles, this is always mentioned. Meltzer gave that 3.25 stars. So 3.25 stars for the Rumble, 3.75 stars for Kurt Angle Triple H, half a star for Ivory and Chyna. And I mean, like, it was amazing. It's completely justified. 4.75 stars for Jericho Benoit. Really a match that's lost because of everything that happened. A lot of Benoit matches they don't get spoken about, but what a match that was. I thought it was a really fun opening match as well. The Dudley Boyz and Edge and Christian. So I like the tag match. Really like Jericho Benoit. Ivory Chyna was a really fun feud, and that match was only 3 minutes long. I haven't got an issue with that. So I actually think the first 3 matches are absolutely fine. Kurt Angle Triple H, I thought was a bit... Nah, it was fine. Meltzer gave that 3.75, and Rumble was all right. I suppose that takes up a good... Well, it takes up half the show. So I think half the show was all right, and I think the first half of the... I think the first half of the show was better, actually. If I'm being honest. But the Kane was awesome in that Rumble. Kane was awesome. So you got to take that into account. Let's see. Let's see what people are saying. A few 10s, 8s, 9s. Oh, seems like people loved it. 8.5. 775. Big Evil with 10. David P85, 8.5. 9.5 says Rock Fan 4, Triple H and Angle. Get your scores in. What have you scored it? What are you giving it? There's lots of 8s. Lots of 10s. 69 out of 10. I'm gonna lean towards... I can see a lot of 8s. I can see 5.5. Kane was sexy in it. 725 says LSW. I'm kind of around there as well, bud. Yeah, I'm kind of around there as well. In fact, I think I am there. I think I am. 725. I think it was really solid. I think if this had been like this year's with people from this year, actually, that's an interesting way of thinking about it, isn't it? If you just changed the personnel and had it for this year, how would you feel? And I think you'd say it was a really good show. I think you'd say it was a really good show. So, I don't know, maybe 725 is a little unfair. 8.5, 10, 9.3. Maybe it is unfair. Everyone's higher than me. I didn't think Triple H and Kurt Angle was all that. It was 20 odd minutes and didn't really grab me. Same with the Rumble. There was a lot of like your Scotty 2 Hotties and your Grandmaster Sasuke's. Do you know what I mean? You got all of those kinds of people. It's like, you know what I mean? Like every member of Right to Censor came down. Yeah. It's hard to get excited about that. But other than that, like there was some big names in it. 999, 725, 7. Okay. Well, I'm gonna settle on this. I think I'm gonna settle on this. I'm gonna settle on 725. Right, my friends. I think we're done anyway. I think we're done. I mean, I feel like we've done the watch along. Not very well, but we've done it. And that's more than can be said for Sunday. So, and I do apologise for that. Genuinely. We're back tomorrow. We're back on Saturday for UFC as well. I don't know what we're doing on Sunday. And of course, we've got Raw coming up as well. So, lots and lots of stuff on the horizon, my friends. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. Hope you are well, staying safe wherever you are. Really do appreciate the support and appreciate just hanging out with some people whilst we do these random watch-alongs. But not a random one tomorrow, as we said. We got SmackDown. Should be good. Certainly not a random one on Saturday, as we've got UFC. Should be good. So, yeah, awesome. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. Really appreciate the support, and hopefully I'll see you again next time. Bye for now.